In today's video, I'll be sharing what I think is going to replace Invertigo. Hello coaster lovers. So Kings Island is one of the parks that has a very bright future, but there is a ride there whose future is not looking bright, and I'm talking about Invertigo. This is a inverted boomerang coaster from 1999, and it's the only one of its kind in America, and this could possibly be the next roller coaster that Kings Island will remove. So let's say it got torn down, so what do you replace it with? And that's what this video is about. So before we dive in with one of 6 coaster models that would make sense to replace Invertigo, I thought of adding this model to the list, but after some deep thinking, I decided not to add it, and it's with a Vekoma Super Boomerang. This was the first model that I thought of, and I thought it would be a good addition at first, but I decided not to add it. It's because you're replacing a one-train shuttle coaster with another one-train shuttle coaster, but this coaster would be a really good functioning advertisement for Kings Island, and it's different from any other ride in the park. The closest you got is Snoopy Soapbox Racers. It's because it's manufactured by the same company, but the ride experience is completely different from one another. So let's start off the list with a coaster model that is blowing up, and it's with a B&M wing coaster. I'm imagining something like the upcoming Raptera coming to King's Dominion, and plus the closest wing coaster you got is Gatekeeper, which is nearly 4 hours away, so I can definitely see Kings Island getting away with the wing coaster. The park's weakest gap is their inversion gap. There are only 3 coasters at Kings Island that has inversions, which are the aforementioned Invertigo, Flight of Fear, and Banshee. That's it. So this would boost their inversion count. But for this coaster and some other coasters on the list, Kings Island also needs to remove Congo Falls and the Timberwolf Amphitheater to fit this ride in. It would be a great spectacle at the front gate, and it would be a welcome addition to Kings Island. For the second model, this is the most unlikely option, but I feel like this can work in Kings Island's lineup. It's a RMC Raptor. If this park got an RMC, holy cow, their lineup would beef up a ton. A big caveat is that Kentucky Kingdom has Storm Chaser, which is 2.5 hours away from the park. So they just need to make a custom layout that is different enough and complements Storm Chaser. And just like the wing coaster, it would be a really cool ride to watch at the front of the park. It would be cool to see a Raptor here. Doesn't matter if it's like Jersey Devil or Stun Pilot or the OG Raptors. So for the third coaster model, I feel like the park could use the nearby ditch to create a B&M surf coaster. Maybe something like Pipeline would be cool here, but not a lot of Camelback hills because Diamondback has that covered. And they can theme this to King Cobra, the old stand-up coaster that used to be at Kings Island. That would be a great way to honor the attraction. And they could make a layout that does not require the removal for Invertigo. If you want to know what that's like, check out Theme Park Brandon's video on the top right corner. His ideas are really cool. But anyway, I feel like a surf coaster is also a welcome addition here. Just don't put it in the Vortex plot, put it somewhere else, especially in the Invertigo plot. For the fourth model, we're seeing more of these pop up, and it's with Intamin straddle coasters. To start this off, there are no straddle coasters in the area. The closest you got is Dark Coaster over at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, so it would be unique to the region. We don't really need the tame straddle coasters like Wavebreaker. We need more of the straddle coasters like Juvaland, Yukon Quad, or Jet Rescue. And we know Six Flags is working with Intamin with Georgia Surfer over at Six Flags over Georgia, so it would be cool seeing an Intamin straddle coaster here at Kings Island. For the fifth model, this is also blowing up just like the straddle coaster. It's a B&M dive coaster. This is what park goers want Kings Island to add, and this would be a great fit in the Invertigo plot. I'm seeing something like the upcoming Wrath of Rick Shossley here in the Invertigo plot. We were floored by how Six Flags Great America uses their dive coaster in plots of land that did not seem like they could fit for a new coaster, so Kings Island could do the same. This is also one of the predictions where they have to tear out Congo Falls and the amphitheater next door, but I think it will pay off. These dive coasters are so popular and are attention grabbers, so I can see Kings Island getting one. So for our last model, we're seeing more of these models pop up in America. It's with a new gen Vekoma thrill coaster. I'm imagining something like Phoenix here. It's because a new gen thrill coaster by Vekoma at Kings Island sounds amazing. It's different from any other ride in the park. This can feature a layout similar to Phoenix, but a little bit more intense. A big con about Phoenix is that it's not that intense, but I see why. The park inside is catered towards families, but Kings Island is a thrill park, so they can make a layout more intense than Phoenix and make it eerily similar. America is going in the right direction with Vekoma with Codaland, Six Flags Great Adventure, and Dollywood. So I think this addition fits here so well at Kings Island, and they could go in the same direction like Great Adventure or Dollywood. So I want to hear from you guys, what do you want to replace Invertigo? And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. And if you enjoyed my content, you can subscribe if you want to. There will be a new video coming out in the next 5 days, so make sure to keep that adrenaline pumping, and thanks for watching.